Gaffer, Oxford to come on Saturday, but first of all, how nice has it been to have a full week's worth of training into the lads?
Especially with the injury situation, and in terms of planning and preparing, we've not had that much. We've been training, we've been resting, we've been recovering. So I think any manager, we prefer a free week. It gives you an opportunity to make sure that the lads are prepared properly. The Premier League managers moan all the time, but they only play 38 league games. We've got 46. We'll end up playing probably not far short of 60 games this year. So it's tough, but I have to say, the players this year have been absolutely outstanding. We've not had one opportunity this year to play our strongest team, not once. So the fact they're in the position that we're in, the players have to take a huge amount of credit.
How, so in that situation, how frustrating is that? But then also, how much pride do you take in that, given how well we have performed?
Yeah, the frustration is where we could have been if we would have had. You look at our start. So if you look at the top, probably from third to Blackpool, none of them made any points in the last 29 games. We have such a bad start with 3 defeats and 1 draw. Some of them have won 3 out of 3 and got 9-10 points start on us. And we've never been able to claw that back. So listen, injuries are part of football when we have to deal with that. I do think that this January, the business that Portsmouth have done has been outstanding. They hit a bit of a run. They went and buy McIntyre, then they buy Moxon, they buy Callum Lang, 3 really good signings for the level, and now they've kicked on. And I just think the period that we've been through, you've seen the teams with the bigger squads pick up really good results.
How much confidence as well does that give you going into next season? Because it's probably on paper going to be a tougher League One next season, but how much? Because potentially there's some big clubs coming up, and the likes of Stockport and Wrexham, and also
They're big clubs, yeah.
On paper I'd say they're big clubs, yeah.
So, listen, it is what it is. You never know. I know what you're getting at. Charlton should be better. They should be better next year if they stay up.
Yeah.
Reading and Wigan might not have their problems. Obviously, the points deduction situation. One of a Bolton, a Derby potentially might stay down. Then obviously the Championship clubs that are getting relegated. So it probably will be a tougher league, but it still doesn't change that you need to win a certain amount of games, draw a certain amount of games to get a certain amount of points to get you to where you want to be. So one thing we will have next year is we will have players more prepared for League One who have been through certain scenarios, played at certain stadiums, and we will be able to adapt better and quicker next year.
You got to see Oxford on Tuesday against Northampton. What did you make of them?
Well, they've got talented players. I've only just seen this morning they've only won 1 in 8, which with the amount of talent and the squad that they've got is very, very surprising. The fact that they can bring Matete, Owen Dale, and then they've got some injured players. McGuane's not fit, so they've got some real good attacking players. Goodham, I think that's how you pronounce it. Got a really, really good squad. They've been a squad that have been built up on a real big budget over a period of time from when Carl Robinson was there. Obviously started the season on fire with Liam Manning, but it's going to be a League One game. Probably more football played than the other night. So the other day from the opposition. So I think it should be a good game.
I think when we played them at home, Liam Manning had just left to go to Bristol City. Like, if you noticed from what you saw Tuesday, have you noticed differences in the way that they play?
We probably played them at a bad time last time because obviously they just lost their manager. The players are a little bit hurting, and they responded really well for Shorty. So bit of a different team now. Drawn probably far too many for their liking in recent weeks, but a very, very difficult team to beat. I think in the last 8 games they've won 1, draw 6 or something like that. So like I say, talented, very, very talented team going forward. Technically, some excellent players. So they've got a lot of threats. But like I say, we're a good team. I know we're short at the moment in bodies, but we have that exuberance of youth, and hopefully that can carry us a long way.
There's over 1,000 fans heading there. Historically, Oxford is a nice place for Orient fans to go as well. So how much are we looking forward to play in front of a sizable away? And because so far this calendar year as well, when the big away followings have been there, we've really performed well, haven't we?
Yeah, I mean, brilliant. I mean, if anybody else wants to come and watch the game, they can hire out an open top bus, and they can park behind the car park in the back, and you actually get a free view of it. amazing when I came out the other night that people actually stood on top of the cars watching the game for free. So me being an ex-Swindon manager might not be so friendly with me, but our supporters have been fantastic all year, and I expect no different.